Brett Freedman from Vanity Mark Cosmetics, and today I'm going to talk to you about exfoliating. So it's so important to have fresh, young-looking skin to amp up that cell turnover. So there's a few different ways you can do it. You can do it manually with something like this, exfoliating sponge. It's like a Buff Puff, which you can get in the drugstore. You can do it with creams or gels or lotions that you're using after you wash your face that have a little bit of an acid content, or you can go to your dermatologist or facialist and get something a little more heavy duty. So let's talk first about the exfoliating sponge. I love these. I use this every day. And what it does is it gives like a little bit of a roughness. So after you wash your face, you'll lather up a second time, and what is great is you can use your favorite cleanser with this, and it's not like adding oils or anything else that maybe like an apricot facial scrub or one of those, which I think those kind of have stuff in them that make your skin feel really soft. It's usually like an oil, so it's not good for oily skin. I kind of like just a sponge. That way, like I said, you're using your favorite facial cleanser. But use it in a circular motion. Don't grind it into your skin. Just look at it like you're buffing a car. You just want to sort of circularly go around the entire face, and just the fact that it has that abrasiveness to it, you don't have to press. That's what I think a lot of people try to really grind it in there, and that's why they don't like them. So, but you're more sort of whisking and grazing the surface. You don't have to do a lot, and it really does help, especially with blackheads in the nose. Just after a week or so, you'll notice everything's been a little more lifted, a little more open, a little more clear. Now, if you're doing something topical after you wash your face, I use the Neostrata. It's an oil control gel, but it has 8% alpha hydroxy acid in it. So it's fantastic. It's great if you have oilier skin. I would only recommend using it once or twice a week and at night, because it will give the skin a little bit of an odd texture. It's sort of, the exfoliating and the acid will get that first top layer, and it just makes the skin feel kind of odd, and it dries it just a little bit. So, but there are creams and lotions that have lower than 8. They can go up to, I think, 15. That's something you get by your dermatologist. But you really want to use them sparingly, because a little goes a long way. You want to make sure that your skin has time in between to repair itself and slough off. If you're constantly using these exfoliators, not so much the sponge, that's fine to do gently every day, but the acid or any of the ones topically, you don't want to use, I don't think, every day, especially not twice a day. So maybe it's something you add to your regime every once in a while. And you'll know by looking at your skin and feeling the texture how much is too much and when it works. Now, the third way is to go to your dermatologist or facialist. So, you can do the microdermabrasion, which is like a physical exfoliant, which is great for deeper skin tones that can't really do heavy-duty acids. Now, then there's also the acid peels. And you can do what they call the lunchtime peels, which are great. So that's something you can do every other week or once a month just to brighten the skin. There's really no downtime, but it's a cumulative thing. So you kind of have to keep going back and do it. So maybe it's like a 6-month thing. You're going, once a month or twice a month for 6 months. Then you'll get the really great results. Then there's the deeper acid peels, and that's the ones you hear about more because they go deeper into the skin. They're a higher concentration of acid, and it's almost like crash dieting. You'll put it on, and you really get instant, the exfoliation. That's where you're seeing the peeling and the redness. Then after a couple weeks, everything sort of falls off and you're flawless. Most people like the cumulative one, where they go every once in a while and there's really no downtime. But anyway, add exfoliation to your regime. You'll be really happy you did. It makes the skin look so glowing and alive. So that's my quick tip for today. Enjoy pretty.